Well, I kind of like zoned out there, right? Welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking on Reviews. And I was going to play Resident Evil 7. We were going to continue that today, but it's been a really long day, and I gotta be up at and out the door to donate plasma tomorrow. So I just wanted to play some Assassin's Creed because it's low impact, and I see Bill's already here, and so sorry, Bill, that I'm not playing Resident Evil right now. I just didn't feel like getting stressed out. And so we're right now what I'm doing is since I just got the Hermes Homie trophy, I'm trying to get the trophy for completing all the underwater locations. And since I have Poseidon's trident, I can breathe underwater now. So I'm going around trying to find all these places that turn this ship around. And I'm trying to find all the places that I did not go to already that are underwater. So I don't know, like there's these areas here. Now, I don't know if I've unlocked them all, so that would be the only downside to this. And it really shouldn't take too long to do. You did? Oh yeah, I saw the comment. Yeah, I saw the comment.
To stay out of sight.
Am I like, why can't I? Oh.
I should stay in shadow.
Just one treasure? Okay, well, what the hell? Wonder why it says like that I'm in hostile territory. I don't even see any sharks around. Yeah, thank you for doing it. Ooh, look at that. I got a figurehead also the last time I was underwater for the ship. Now I got a group of guys that I can recruit. But that doesn't really do me no good because I need to and I'm definitely going to use the psychostimulants when I go back to the game because I know there's a trophy a trophy for it. So if that's any kind of comfort, I will actually use it now that there's a trophy involved. Alright. I bet you there's some stuff out here that I've never even seen before, but like that, what's that? That's clearly an underwater area. But I can't reach it until I get out of enemy territory.
I don't think I'm meant to be out this far.
Probably not, but let's get that question mark while we're this close. It was really embarrassing getting that trophy for Hermes Homie, like so close after I finished the stream. Well, it wasn't that close. I played for like another hour before I found the trophy. But when I found the trophy, I felt so stupid because it was literally an obvious thing that I missed. Okay, that's an underwater area. But there's nowhere close by except for that. Hell, man, I might as well just stay in that damn boat. We'll fast travel. But we'll get back to Resident Evil 7, and I'm going to try to finish that game in like 2 more, I don't know how many videos it's going to take. Hopefully only like maybe 3. Yeah, it was literally just a gray blotch that I just missed on one of the regular islands, regular places I'd been to. I just didn't step over the line. All I had to do was step over a fucking line. Hey, Deborah, what's going on? Well, I was going to play Resident Evil 7 as I was telling Bill. But it's been a long day. I got to donate plasma in the morning. So I just want to relax and play some AC. So, as I was saying, we're trying to get all the underwater locations completed. So next stop is that question mark over there. Well, I know that Desiree was kind of not feeling it. And I don't know if it seemed like Deborah wasn't really feeling it either. I didn't hate the game or anything. It just didn't feel like, it felt like I was just being, like it was more of a narrative game that's just pushing me through to each thing.
Move.
Unlike other Resident Evil games that they're narratively driving you as well, but I felt like I was in a little bit of control of what I was doing. Internet cable and landline down, using lots of buffering, using data lots of buffering, say won't be here till tomorrow. Lots of construction and windy outside. Where do you live? That we had some bad weather here today, but you see, that's one of the things that affects my live streams. Oh, I had heard something about getting into the car, um, like right away. Not that it really helped anything in the end. Like I said, it just, like, it'd be cool if that was like in a situation in the game where, like, if you make little moves like that, if it could change actually the story of the game. Where, what if you take out this guy? Ooh, a new ship. Uh, before he even gets a chance to do anything to you. Come on, Jaws. I got some shark teeth. Yeah, it's spooky. It's creepy. Jump scares galore. Yeah, no control over the game. That's the thing I didn't like. Is that I'm just being driven everywhere in that game. Like you don't like when except for puzzles. I felt like it was one of the most linear Resident Evil games. Like most, I guess, like straightforward. I guess is one way of putting it. Like I said, it's not a bad game. It just I have that thing. I mean, oh, you're California. That's right. Um, I have a thing against hillbillies, and so that game is doubly like irritates me because it's just cannibal infected hillbillies that I'm supposed to feel sorry for, but I don't. It is claustrophobic, and that definitely makes it scarier. Like one of my favorite claustrophobic movies is the Descent. Like I can't even watch that movie sometimes if I'm not in the right mood because it makes me so freaked out about being stuck underground. Thought, just the thought of being stuck underground like that makes me like have a panic attack. Wonder if I could jump a horse off of this. I don't always have to. I mean, a part of that's probably me shaking the control stick. But yeah, once you get into those panicky situations and you start jerking the controls around. Man, this thing's pointing me all over the place. Oh yeah. Hey Paul, what's up? No, his flames don't go out. And yeah, I was actually waiting to play it in VR. I was thinking, oh, like once I get a VR headset, I've already got a game to play. But it was telling me that you can't broadcast the game. I need to like trying to find this other treasure, but yeah, VR would probably really freak me out too. Was I surprised that Parasite won Best Picture? Yeah, to be honest with you, I was. But now in retrospect, not really. Not surprised in the end. It just, look, I know everybody else but me has basically seen that. I don't think Gino's seen it either. And, all the people that say how great it is, I'm sorry, but that's a lot. That's a bold statement. That it's like better than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for me is like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get behind that movie. So now, like, when I do see Parasite, right, the hype is gonna be hard for it to, you know. I mean, honestly, I'm not really that hyped for it. Um, I just in my head, I can't honestly see how it would be better than Marriage Story, or Irishman, or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, or 1917. Like, to be better than those movies, like, it has to be something really special. And to me, I feel like this was, until I can see it, I don't want to judge why they did it, but I think I know why they picked it. And it's just Hollywood, man. Like, I the Oscars and award shows to me are just like pointless. Even like when that's why I have a hard time doing best of the year, kind of like a top 10 or things like that, because it's also subjective. It's like if you like it, then you like it. If you don't, you don't. Like the awards in your heart. Like I give movies awards in my heart. Like if I like you enough to recommend you to people, that's good enough for me. Look at these big ass sharks swimming around me. There should be a trophy for how long you can swim in the water. I really should have brought my ship with me. But I'm gonna see Parasite as soon as I can. Now, like, I'm hoping that now that it won Best Picture, Amazon will put it at like a nice cheap price to try to get people to watch it. You know, like Oscar season movies. I bet you it's even, if I checked Amazon right now, it might even be like for a cheap price. But they don't have it at the Red Box for me to rent. So that's kind of a bummer. And I'm not going to just straight out and out buy it. So I used to just buy everything. I literally just used to buy every movie that would come out. And back in the day, back in my 20s, and even into my 30s, really, I was buying just about every movie that came out. But now I'm like so much more particular at what I buy. Like I'm buying Doctor Sleep. I said that at the end of the review. I am buying Doctor Sleep because it's worth buying. But then before that, the last movie I bought was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And then before that, the last movie I bought was Avengers Endgame. So kind of lets you know, like, wow, looks like my screen's buffering. Wonder why. I want one of these big sharks to try to take me down. That would be sweet. But they just like ignore me. And you know, in Assassin's Creed Origins, if you were out here swimming in the middle of the ocean, a ship would come. Yeah, and that's the other thing is like I have a feeling that Parasite's going to end up on a streaming service pretty quick. And again, I'd see it there, and then if I want to buy it, I'll buy it. Doing a 5K swim here. Let's see if my Icaros sight isn't that good, apparently. Oh, look at that shark jumping out of the water. Come on, Mr. Shark, kill me. Come after me. Let's go. Let's go, dude. It's so weird, though. It looks like you're swimming in a blob. I should have been boosting this whole time. I'm just swimming straight up. Next time I'm getting in a ship or something. But I will say that, at least in Assassin's Creed Origins, somebody would come and send you a ship when you're out here in the middle of nowhere. Little gripe, but hey, it was my choice to go swimming. This is the exciting part of the stream. I also disagree with Joaquin Phoenix getting the award for Joker. I do. I have a problem with. I don't. No, I'm not gonna say I have a problem with it. I just don't agree with it. I thought he was good in the movie, but he wasn't as good as Adam Driver in Marriage Story. Or and Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks shouldn't even have been in Best Supporting Actor. Best Supporting Actor for playing Mr. Rogers. Like, how is that a best? How is that a supporting character? Like, Tom Hanks should have been in the Best Actor category. Period. I'm not saying he should have won, because I still say Robert De Niro got robbed. How does Joe Pesci and Al Pacino get nominated for The Irishman and not Robert De Niro, who did better than Pacino and had more, like, I just, that to me is like, blows my fucking mind. Get off me, bitch! Ah! God damn it. I'm gonna start panicking here. It's like fine that I. But like I said, Joaquin Phoenix is a good actor. But I just watched, I rewatched The Master, with by Paul Thomas Anderson, and he's way better in that than he is in Joker. I'm just sorry. It's just not the right movie for him to win Best Actor in that year. Cool Gamer is here. How you doing? Well, yeah, I know the main character was the writer, but I just don't know how you make Tom Hanks a support. Like, it's just, I don't know if I agree with that. Surprised no one cut gems. Yeah, absolutely surprised at that. But I mean, not, kind of and no. Especially in a year where Parasite wins, yeah, that makes me surprised. Like, if we're going to a year where we're gonna nominate and elect a foreign language movie to win Best Picture, then I am surprised that Uncut Gems wasn't at least nominated. Because I mean, if we're just saying, let's go crazy this year, then nothing, not hardly any movie was crazier than freaking Uncut Gems, man. That movie was nuts. I never want to see it again, but it was nuts. And I just wish I had seen Parasite when I had the chance. I had several opportunities and I just never went at the theater. And that whole thing that you're talking about with "Won't You Be My Neighbor," one of the reasons I think maybe that movie didn't get as many looks at was because look at who the star of that movie is. The star of that movie, the writer. I mean, he's a great actor, but he's the guy from The Americans. And let me just say that the reason I don't agree with Tom Hanks being supporting actor and not best actor is because, like, you can be best supporting actor, right, and be in one fucking scene, right? Like Judi Dench, right? She wins best supporting actress for fucking Shakespeare in Love and has barely any screen time. I'm pretty sure Tom Hanks has a lot more screen time than Judi Dench did, and that's why I'm like, I think he should have been nominated for Best Actor, and even if his role wasn't as huge as wasn't all over the movie, you can still be the star of a movie and not be in the whole damn thing. I mean, I think like movies like the way that like uh, Quentin Tarantino's got actors that are not in the whole movie, and they'll get nominated for Best Actor. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, sorry that the buffering's bad. I don't know what's going on. Again, I'm not surprised at that either. It's, I have to see it, but I hear, like when they tell me it's about the class struggle, it just makes me kind of, I don't know, like I really love Snowpiercer, but and that was about class system too. Oh, it's your buffering. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, to me, it was looking kind of rough on my end as well. Brad Pitt probably should have won. Well, I think I'm glad one of the two guys won. I wanted both Leo and uh, Pitt to win, but even though I thought that the real winner should have been Robert De Niro, uh, but I'm glad that Brad Pitt won. That movie. He was so freaking great in it. Christ and a crutch. All this shit is like far away from. Okay. See you later, Deborah. I'm actually gonna be when I'm done with this, I'm actually gonna go over some comic book stuff and maybe make a couple of comic reviews tonight. So I'm not gonna be doing this all night. This for some reason my controller didn't charge right, so I'm only at like 2 bars right now. We all freeze and die. What was that from? See, and I haven't had that movie spoiled for me. Hopefully nobody does spoil it for me. But I don't know. Maybe I'll spring to. I'm gonna go to Amazon after this and see how much Parasite is to rent. I should probably look right now. Why not? Like, I'm gonna open up a new tab in on my laptop and see. As I'm doing that, it makes me hey, go to Amazon. There we go. Press Amazon. There. Prime Video. Get off, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh wow, we're far away from the ocean. I can see my house from here. Christ, I'm just gonna type in Parasite. Crying out loud. It's fucking taking forever. And then when I pull up Parasite, it doesn't even pull up the right Parasite. How do you... Oh my god, seriously. Now I'm like, I have to like just stop playing the game for a second. Prime Video. Capital fucking P. Arasite. Parasite in Prime Video. Christ's sake. It's $3.99 to rent. Oh my god, I'm gonna watch it after this. I knew it. After the frickin' Oscars, it suddenly dropped in price to watch. So I guess I'll be making a video for Parasite maybe tonight. So I might be cutting this video short. I even forgot to go back to the back to the channel. Yeah, it's like $4 to rent, which is cheaper than it was. So I'll pay for it for $4. I'll rent it then. Get on your horse, Rob. Make this a little less. Oh, there's more kitty cats and lions. Kitty cats. I wish I had like an underwater animal to ride. Like I wish that you could just dive into the water with a horse and it just turns into a seahorse. Yeah, it's better than Redbox. I just, like I said, I was being a cheapskate right now. Because even Gino just asked me if I wanted to go in on a, a convention table for October. And I'm like, man, I got to go to C2E2. I don't even know if I can afford to do anything right now other than that. Because I haven't got my tax money yet. And so, yeah, Resident Evil 7 was creepy. We're gonna go back to it. I just didn't want to. I just the game stresses me out. I wanted an easy night, but now that I'm gonna watch Parasite, it's like, well, that's not gonna. Looking for underwater shit to do. God bless fast travel. God bless fast travel. Was it the girl who infected the Baker family? Um, that creeped me out. That was stressing me out. No, what was stressing me out was just the game itself. You know, I get panicky and then you get scared and then you start you start getting upset. I do anyway. I started getting upset. It's like, why can't I just do these things? Like it wasn't like a regular Resident Evil game, so I was just like, and then all of a sudden it just changed into kind of like, oh, now we're gonna be Resident Evil a little bit, because you got that, they got the little morgue in their house where all those black sludge things were coming out and everywhere, and I was wasting my ammo on those things because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. And unfortunately for Bill, who had all this extra information, but he wasn't notified of the video until it was almost over. So I think, Bill, if you've got a Twitter or something, man, I can message you there, or I can, when I'm getting close to. Any of you guys don't follow me on, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you know, or if I can follow you, or however you do it, or however you want to do it, I can always get a hold of you guys a little bit easier on that. That's kill alpha animal. I guess I gotta kill a shark. A shark out in the middle of the water. Try to remember how the infection started. I don't remember how any of it started, just because like, you mean Raccoon City? Bum 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 bum. Fuck you. Alright, he's fucking me up. Should have lost track of it. Take that shitty ass shark. Mold. Well, it definitely tracks. That whole house was like one giant black mold virus. So it's not even like a regular Resident Evil infection. It's just something like... I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be, but it... But Resident Evil hasn't really felt like Resident Evil in a while until 2 came back out. And then 3 should be good. And it's like 1, 2, 3, and 4 all still felt like Resident Evil games, even though 4 was the new kind of jump forward into the third person view and more action driven, but still had a lot of Resident Evil stuff in it. You had a big mansion, you had a big, a bunch of places that you had to go through, doors you kind of like find in certain places, and 7 has that. It's just that its antagonists are all a bunch of Mr. X's. You're just some rando guy. I know they were trying, and that's the thing, I don't fault them for trying to do something different. Like, look what they did with Assassin's Creed, and now, like, some people, like it, some people hate it. Is it this girl Zoe that they keep talking about? Shark Bay. Okay, that's one more underwater completion. Is it the girl that you keep talking to on the phone? Is that the one who started it all? Oh, the little girl. Okay, yeah, the one that's in the pictures. I gotcha.
Let's go.
Yeehaw! I don't know if this is gonna count. I don't know if that counts as an underwater location though. This is just a cave. What if there's like a crack in the wall or something in here? Angelo's cave. Well, Angelo, your cave sucks. Okay, we got these few places. We got a few places here. I thought I went to that one, but no, I did not. Okay. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Guess if we haul ass to this place, we got two places there. I guess the last Plagas wasn't a virus either. I am super excited though for Resident Evil 3. Now, I mean, I kind of want to play the old one again just to kind of get a refresher, but I don't think I'd have the patience for that game. But I do remember that it was the first Resident Evil I beat back in the day. And I thought that game like stressed me the F out. Steamboat. Okay, at least there's a ship over there I can jump into.
I don't think this boat can take those waves. Yeah, because I want bandits on my ship. Bandits female. Can I get a boat with only one chanter on it? like a guy from Venice in a gondola singing to me.
What's the next boss battle in this game? I don't know. I know, like I said, I know Medusa's coming up. I just don't know how close to coming up that is. And we got the, like, and by boss, you know, that's, this game never really
Before
ever
going
had
further,
boss
I'll
fights.
capsize.
You just had, guys that, you know, you assassinated on to different, you know, like getting to the guy was always the journey. We've got about 5 or 6 more cultists, maybe 7 to kill. And some of those, you know, you accidentally get on your own. This thing's practically jumping out of the water. Unity armor is awesome. Eventually we're going to get to Unity. Eventually we're going to get to Assassin's Creed 3. All these eventuallys. Kind of looks like the boat's not even in the water. Oh no! Oh well, we were there. What the hell just bit? Is something biting me that whole time? Did a shark, like, take down my ship and then start eating me? I do love this trident so that I don't have to worry about running out of air. Okay, there's a second treasure. Where the fuck is it? Okay, right next to it. Alright. Ruins of the Sea People. Lots of upskirt shots in this game. Okay, next spot is all the way over there. It's not that far, but... I don't see any ships nearby, do you? I don't see any boats. Alright, we're just gonna fast travel over there. I probably should be doing these parts of the game without a stream. I just didn't. I just wanted to give people a chance to chat, and Aquaman will not like that shark attacking his daughter. I need to watch Aquaman again. I know it's not a great movie, but I really I know it's not a fantastic movie, but I did think it was a lot of fun. I thought normally I don't go for like just big dumb blockbusters, but I thought it really embraced the ridiculousness of the world of Aquaman. I kind of thought they were trying to go like Thor Ragnarok, though, a little too much on it, where they were like, they went so far in the other direction, where it kind of felt like Indiana Jones meets Aquaman in a way. And I like Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I liked him a lot. In fact, I like him a lot as an actor, period. I don't know if Aquaman's been underrated because of Super Friends. It didn't help. Both Aquaman and Namor have kind of troubling, like, it's hard to market those characters because Namor is a fucking asshole. And not like a fun asshole either. Like, he's just a fucking straight up asshole. He's never been a fun character to root for. And, yeah, I agree, Bill. It is part of the charm. Like, Aquaman at least was fun. He's a fun guy to watch. Even if he is a bit of a bro. But Namor, on the other hand, like, I'm interested in how they're going to handle him for the MCU because he's such a fucking prick. He's such a Andy is a mutant. That's the other thing a lot of people forget is he's a mutant. Is that thing in a cave, maybe? Well, that's what some people are saying, right? That Namor was going to be in Black Panther 2. And now what people, like, there was that report that frickin' Black Panther might not even be Black Panther anymore. Like, it's going to be possibly his sister. And I was like, oh man, that better be some bullshit. Ashen Bow. The shipper of Ajax. The guy from Twisted Metal? I know it's not, but... Ooh, look at this place out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, and I got 2 of the 3 treasures, but somehow I didn't get it. Way to go, Rob. I didn't get the 3rd. Time to fast travel over there and get that 3rd one. Oh, I'm sorry, Marisu. I'm just doing the water stuff for the trophy. You have to complete all the underwater locations, and I've kind of been putting it off. But I have Poseidon's trident that lets me breathe underwater, so I kind of ran out of excuses to not finish off those sections. But I'm not 100% that I've got them all unlocked. But I'm trying to get as many of them done here as I can before I stop the stream and go watch Parasite and then review that for the channel. So I'm glad you tuned in just so you could find out that I'm going to review Parasite later. I'm going to have to like get some screenshots and things like that. But it should be up before tomorrow. Oh, Ocarina of Time. Okay, yeah. The Mouse Love Girl Power movie. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Pretty, they're gonna find out. Like, you know what? I hope, and I know that I hope that they understand when they see what happened with Birds of Prey. What girl power gets you. Because that movie should have been, and I'm not saying that it's, I have nothing against uh, making a movie with girl power, but I think they're going to start to see that there's no audience. If you try to segregate the audience, if you try to just make something for one group of people, especially in the comic book world, you're going to find out that people just shit, man. I'm gonna have to. Does that count as an underwater location if it's a shipwreck? I wonder if that. I don't want to take that chance. Am I gonna go see Sonic? No. No, I'm not going to see Sonic. I don't. I don't. If I was still doing if I was still doing drugs, I'd probably go see Sonic. Like, if I was gonna take some shrooms or something, or are we stuck? Did we beach ourselves? What the hell's going on here? Yeah, that's one of the things. There's a whole bunch of reasons why I don't think it's doing well, but it's definitely not because Margot Robbie's bad at, like she's great as Harley Quinn. I just don't think that. First off, it's R-rated, right? So some people are just not going to go see it, which is stupid. That's dumb, because Logan and Deadpool prove people will go see R-rated movies, superhero movies. But to me, honestly, I don't think those trailers helped it any. And what I said right off the bat was that this isn't a Birds of Prey movie. This is not Birds of Prey. This is a Harley Quinn movie. But they wanted to make sure that they represented all these different women to give all the girls a chance. But then they don't develop the characters, right? You get all these characters in there, and you don't do hardly anything with most of them. And it all just feels like a bunch of diversity for diversity's sake. Where's the freaking last treasure? Yeah, I think that it probably should have been PG-13, but it's also I think some people also are like maybe a little bit like me who say she's not a good she's a villain. She does villainous things. How are you supposed to how are you I think a lot of people are like I don't want my daughter acting like Harley Quinn. You can get away with it with Deadpool because he's such a cartoon. You could say, "Oh, well, so is she," but unfortunately, I think they judge her by a different standard because she's a girl character. It's a good thing she's not going commando, guys, because otherwise we'd be getting a huge view there. Palace of Amphitrite. I don't even know if she ever joined the Birds of Prey. But Birds of Prey was Huntress, Oracle, Huntress, Oracle. God, it's escaping me now. Batgirl. Oh nope, that's Oracle. Yeah, well, they should have just done a Harley and Ivy movie. they've been pushing Harley and Ivy as characters and a couple in different books. And I would have thought, well, there's your representation right there. You get two girl characters and they're gay for each other. And then do Birds of Prey on their own. But no, we got to do a Suicide Squad and put too many characters in the movie, and then not develop any, except for, I guess somebody said Black Canary has an all right arc, although but the comic book purist in me says Black Canary's a blonde girl. She's a blonde white girl, and that was another thing that just. I know it shouldn't matter, but it does in my comic book brain. It's like, well, her name is Black Canary, so it makes sense that she's black. And it's like, I guess I don't really care, but. Are we literally getting into a fight right now? I didn't want to fight anybody. I really didn't want to start nothing. These guys. Who would I cast as Poison Ivy? I don't even know. I forgot I was looking for treasure. Honestly, well, these days I hardly know any of the actors anymore. You always have to keep into account the new actors that are coming up, right? Holy shit, okay, I was going over there, right? Or was I? Was I going over there? Or did I get so far off track? No, I was going over there, okay. I don't particularly care as long as it makes sense. Like, as long as they bring something, as long as the actor portraying them brings something to the role, and it doesn't just become because I'm black. Because if you look, it's just like Birds of Prey was just like this huge, like, you got the little Asian girl, you got the Latino girl, you got the black girl, you got Harley and Huntress. It's like everybody had to be, they had to pick all the colors of the rainbow, and they needed a black one in there, so they're like, oh, Black Canary, it's in the name. So, but the Poison Ivy question is a good one. I mean, you need somebody who can play crazy real well. Because Ivy's nuts. I'm afraid they tried to make it real topical and stuff about like nature and how we're destroying it and all this stuff like they were doing at the Oscars last night. Like Phoenix, that was one of the things that was like when I was watching highlights of the Oscars is all of them talking their speeches and shit about Joaquin Phoenix talking about cows and shit. And it's just like, then stop eating hamburgers, man. You stop eating hamburgers. You make the first example. Like these guys that tell us what to do, and then go live in their mansions and fucking bang whoever they want and get in helicopters and buy islands and shit. And then they tell us, you know, we're drinking the milk of the cows. Ooh, she would be good. That would be a good choice. She's definitely, you know, she's definitely kissed by fire.
Slow down! Faster!
Attention! Commander leading the helm!
That is definitely a good choice. Can't be, do you guys remember, did you guys ever see Gotham? There was like 3 different actresses that played Ivy. Like she kept growing up all fast and shit. Like that's part of the character's backstory. She just keeps aging really fast. It's just, that show was fucking retarded. I hate using that word. I hate using that word. But that show was just mentally challenged. Scarlett Johansson could play Ivy, but she won't. Oh yeah, can we talk about that? Renee Zellweger wins for playing Judy Garland. I thought that was I thought that movie had no chance in hell of getting a win for that movie, and it did, and I still can't fucking believe it. I really can't. I can't believe that movie. I can't believe that Scarlett Johansson lost to fucking Renee Zellweger for freaking Judy Garland movie. And then, of course, Renee Zellweger, she hasn't been around in a while, right? And that's maybe why they gave it to her. I don't know. But then she's up there on that, giving her fucking speech as soon as she gets up there. And it's just like, oh my God. I'm sorry, that's a rant, but it just... Parasite made more sense to me than freaking Renee Zellweger for Judy. It's another one of those, look what Hollywood did to her. Look what the world did. Look what being a famous person did to poor Judy Garland. And it's like, I know she had a rough life. We've all had rough lives, man, but we don't all... Like, it's again like a woman in Hollywood movie. We needed to give it to the woman in Hollywood movie. And it's just like, whatever. Fuck off, Oscars. Oh, it's not that interesting, Deborah. I suddenly remembered about the Judy Garland Award. That one actually kind of chapped my ass. Because I've heard enough things about that movie to go, okay, that's not an Oscar-winning movie or an Oscar-worthy movie. And that, yeah, Renee Zellweger is, I guess, you know, you either like her or you don't. I could care less. I think she peaked in Empire Records for my for my 2 cents. But all right, let's see. Are there any more water places that I have not opened up already? Okay, there's that place right there. There's that place right there. We need to get into a ship. So where's our ship? Our ship is way the hell over there. But if we go there, we can call our ship. Yeah, Uma Thurman would have been a good Ivy if she wasn't like 50 years old right now, or 55, or however old she is. She was fine in that horrible movie though, but she was just playing camp. You know, she was hamming it up for the Joel Schumacher movies, which were fucking so bad they're good. But I'll tell you what, I saw Batman and Robin probably a couple times in the theater back when I was in my early 20s, drunk as a skunk and stoned. And I probably, I loved the soundtrack. But even I knew back then, these movies weren't that great as soon as I saw bat nipples and a bat credit card. Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon. See, that's how they got me. Is that I was going to be mad. I was going to be mad about it. And then they said it's Jeffrey Wright, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck, I can't be mad now. You cast Jeffrey Wright, you bastards. Like, he's such a good actor that I can't be mad. I can't be mad now. He's an incredible actor, and I love him on Westworld. God, I love him on Westworld. We are not getting into a fight again.
Commander, you think we can handle this?
Yeah, we can handle anything. We're just not going to. So yeah, I mean, I like Jeffrey Wright all the way back when he was in fucking American. Oh, not American. Remember when he was in Shaft? Back in like 2000? Was that 2000? I think it was. Like Christian Bale was one of the villains and Jeffrey Wright was the other villain. Unfortunately, it forces a race bending of Batgirl and another redhead bites the dust. Yeah. Well, they just make it, they just give it to somebody and then they just dye their hair red or some shit, and then they're like, they punk it up so that her hair's not naturally red. She'll just have, dyed red hair. And that'll be enough. Like, it'll be punk red, It'll be like, oh, I'm rebelling that my hair's red. Red, like the fire that's of roses and shit. And some bullcrap reasoning that they'll give up. Eventually, we're going to end up, everything has a shelf life. And this crap that we're going through right now, it's the same that's going on in comics and movies, is they're going to find out that people actually don't want the crap that the loudest screamers on Twitter are making everybody think that that's what people want. When all we want is good stories with good writing and then good actors to go with it. Nobody gives a rat's ass otherwise. As like, I want to see more black people in movies. I want to see more diversity in movies, but it's just, you need somebody to write that stuff. Alright? And if nobody's writing it, then you can't be mad at it. What are you going to do? Like, force people at gunpoint to write stories for, to make more diverse characters? No, it's not going to happen. If you force people to do something, if you force them to just go, oh, this is just how it is, people will just reject it eventually. And then they'll start losing money, and then they'll go, oh yeah, I guess people really never wanted this. The comics were way too white, embarrassingly white. They're replacing white hegemony with reality. Which comics? all of them.
This looks like the map, I think.
Yeah, I don't disagree that they're way too white. I just think that if you're gonna make, you know, there are some really good characters, but also like a lot of the audience is, you know, unfortunately white. Now I don't care anymore, but like if you they started out as a certain way, like I didn't get all pissy because you know Falcon became Captain America. You know what I mean? But I knew that it was just a temporary thing. Um, I mean, does anybody remember when the Punisher was black for a minute? That was Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright played Martin Luther King. Which movie was that? Was that? Because it's probably one I never saw. To be honest with you. Okay, we've been around the world. If there's any other places besides this, I don't know of it, and we haven't unlocked it. So after this is done, I'm gonna. I had no problem with Billy D. Williams as Two-Face, or as Harvey Dent. Um,
We've spotted some salvage.
I also knew that they were never going to do anything with him. They could have done something with him. Maybe they should have done something with him, but I never felt for a second like they were going to do anything with the Harvey Dent character. Eternals is here. How are you? Welcome to the stream. It's almost over, but wow, that's starting to not even look like an underwater mission. That's starting to just look like, oh, I guess it is underwater. It's just on the other side of that island. I liked Billy D. Williams, and then when I think about that, him as Harvey Dent, it makes me sad. Like it's like so long ago,
Get that sail up!
and he's like, Gotham City has more problems to deal with than ghouls and goblins.
Until your return, Commander.
Is there anything else down here? Or is it just the one thing? It's starting to look. I wonder. It gets really murky in this water right here. Oh, it's in a cave. Alright, so now we just gotta find the freaking entrance. Great. It's probably over here. Yeah. Probably should have looked up, like, all the different places that I could be missing here. That was either, like, creaking from a ship or wood that I just heard, or like a whale singing. That was kind of crazy. Well, those are the I believe those are all the underwater areas that I myself unlocked or have open. If that was a good amount we went around to get. But apparently not enough to get the trophy. Marlon Wayans is Robin and oh yeah, I heard that too. Marlon, that would have been a disaster. Not that it wasn't already. I mean, Chris O'Donnell was not the best Robin. Guy was like, looked like he was 30. Okay, let's see. One last pass here before we end it. Does that count? Ooh, there's one. And of course, there's nothing really by it. Tom Holland as Robin would have been dope. If they had gotten to him before Spider-Man, I would say yes. Now it's like, I doubt Tom Holland. Tom Holland loves playing Spider-Man, as far as I can tell. Do you know what I mean? Like, he really seems to really... He was one of the reasons why they got Spider-Man back into the MCU. So... Like, I loved hearing that story about how he was drunk and called up the... drunk and called up the guy from like, Disney or whatever, and... ended up having to talk to the guy and everything, and... But to me, I also think that they were just... I was kind of like playing chicken. They were never going to lose Spider-Man. I just think they wanted to... Disney was flexing its muscles, showing, like, how bad their Spider-Man movies were going to do if they weren't in the MCU. Called up God himself. I certainly hope that guy does not think of himself as God, but he wouldn't be the first super rich guy in charge of something that thought that. I know a lot of people that in this country that have a lot of money that think they're God. I just ran over that bird. No, they can't. They can't. Because even, Venom was successful, but it wasn't like successful. And I still don't even think Morbius is going to do... I think it's going to do all right. I think it's going to do about as good as Venom, but maybe not quite as good as Venom. Because nobody knows who Michael Morbius is. Nobody. Except for comic book dorks like me. Like Morbius is... That's such a weird choice. I mean, I guess they're trying to build a universe, right? They're trying to build a universe outside of what the MCU is doing. Like, but the MCU is, like, still producing those. I think it's in the MCU universe. Ooh, there was a green apple down there. Wow. And here's, and we're not even gonna probably see him as full on Morbius until like the end of the movie, right? I just want everybody to be prepared for that. Like they showed him like turn around and like you see the side of his face looking like the Morbius from the comics, but ooh, there's another one. Is Doctor Strange 2 rated R? No. But did anybody else hear that Sam Raimi might be directing Doctor Strange 2? Now that would be crazy. I don't even remember the last movie that Sam Raimi directed. To be a part of Blade, yeah, maybe. Now, see, that movie should be rated R, but it won't be. I still think that that's the one thing that they need to do, which is create. Remember Punisher Warzone, right? Was part of Marvel Knights, Knight, like the comic book series. And I think Marvel Knights could be the division of the MCU that is rated R, where you can do stuff with like Daredevil, Punisher, Blade, Ghost Rider, even like Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, all that shit. And give people the edgy, Deadpool could be even in there if they wanted, and create their edgy MCU that people want, and have it distinctive from the rest of it, where it's all canon, it's all part of the universe, but it's the dark street level, in your face, take no prisoners side of the MCU. But I don't think they can do anything with Daredevil, Jessica, Luke, or some of these guys because of the Netflix deal yet. But they could get it started with like Ghost Rider. They could get it started with Moon Knight. They could get it started with Punisher. Oh wait, Punisher's probably part of that Netflix deal too. Let's get in that boat. Oh, you're right. That Oz film with fucking Franco. That's right. I never saw that whole thing because I couldn't do it. Mila Kunis. I'm not a big Mila Kunis fan. I like Rachel Weisz, but not enough for that.
Probably shouldn't go out that far.
And I don't even like I like Franco sometimes. I don't always like him. It depends on what he's doing in a role. Is that another cave? Anybody know how long Parasite is, by the way? I just want to know if I'm going to be making a review at like 11 o'clock tonight or... Maybe I should just wait till tomorrow to watch Parasite. I have tomorrow, Wednesday off this week. Two hours and 12 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so even if I started watching it in about 15 minutes, I probably wouldn't get the frickin' movie done and the review done and uploaded till tomorrow. I'm not procrastinating, I'm actually thinking logistically, like, how does this work? Because I always, me, I like to get my reviews up as soon as I watch something. seeing anything else here. So I guess I must be missing. I must not have opened up everything yet. Unless it's check the lakes. And DJ's here. What's up, DJ? Yeah, watching Raw. We're just finishing up this stream. We were trying to get the trophy for underwater location completion. Just like the Hermes Homie, though, it looks like I'll probably end up getting this when I'm offline. Or randomly find something that's opened up that I didn't notice before. I feel like I've seen everything here. Alright, well, anyway, I'm gonna, let's see, Monday Night Rob. I guess if there's anything, I could take out one of these forts and try to get that one mission done. Find a pole march. I need to find one of those guys. Kill Captain. Nope, that's not it. I need to find an Athenian-controlled area. Ooh, what was that? Is that a blue? Oh, nope, that's Spartan. Never mind. Got my hopes up for a second. This place is all opened up, though. Oh, there we go. Let's go in there. That'll be the last thing we do today. Yeah. See you, Paul. Alright, we're going to go in there. We're going to get our pulley march done, and that'll finish up that one mission where we needed to get 3 of those. Holy shit, I didn't know I was going to fall that far. Better switch back my weapons. Don't apologize for liking what you like. The guy that I was in a video with, that comes out tomorrow, he's way into wrestling. It's a big fort. It's a big ass place. And it sends me like flying all the way out of there. Okay. This guy's coming right for me. That guy's right there. Shit, I set myself on fire. That was like, couldn't have gone more horribly. Wait, that wasn't even the Power March? We're gonna pillage the nation's chest anyway. That must be the Power March over there. Dealing with flood rain. Ugh. Don't climb. God damn it, sometimes the controls. Just as I get maximum capacity. Yeah, floodwater does get contaminated with all sorts of shit. Literally.
Still planning to fight?
I never even care about this fight anymore. I'm just like,
You can't take much more.
I just want to get out of here now. Malaka. That was the last one I needed. Let's see. Quests. Yeah, I gotta do that. That's way the hell up here. Way up there. Wonder if there's a bounty hunter coming for me, though. Yeah, there is. I'm not gonna be able to resist this. His name is Hylos the Irrelevant. How hilarious is that? A bounty hunter named Irrelevant.
What in die? No!
He just shot his own guy. And that's Praxis the Nimble. Anyway, he's about to be Praxis the Very Fucking Dead. Ooh, shit. Somebody fucking torched me. Oh shit, maximum capacity reached again. I need to sell some of this shit instead of just breaking it down. Now I got a book because these guys they're not messing around. Dirty sellsword. Ooh, shit. Nice shot, motherfucker. Get that shit, man. Whee! It's like the whole town of Springfield's after me.
Come on. You can't run forever.
Yeah, I can. I can run forever. Yeah, I can so.
Let's move. We need to find her. On your command.
Why female wrestlers are so hot? Is that a question? Or... So I think some of them are hot. I don't think all of them are. Okay, where the hell did I need to go? That's right. Right there. Oh, well, they're all hot if you're lonely. Sure. I guess. Maybe. I saw a couple of lady wrestlers. I saw some lady wrestlers at Wizard World last year, and up close and personal, it was not what I expected. I'll say that. I felt kind of bad. Because they were like, you know, they were at a convention behind like a booth, dressed up like the characters, and without all the glitz and glamour of like, you know, the crowd and everything, and they're just dressed up in their outfit, it kind of seemed a little, like, I don't know, sad might not be the right word, but but they like they didn't look like they were having a good time either. That was my main takeaway. Is they didn't look too pleased to be there. But they were there to get some money from for autographs and things like that. So they got dressed up, they did their thing, and it's a shame that sometimes they feel like they have to do that. Like the guy who plays Batman, he doesn't have to dress up like fucking Batman. You know what I mean? Like to get a bunch of people in his line. But the girls have to get all dressed up and dialed up, all sexy, to get the guys to come to their booth. It's a little messed up. So I remember seeing like the chick from Charmed at the convention, and she just was dressed in her like regular ass clothes, man. She also looked at me all weird because I was like looking at her. I was looking at her because I was just like, I remember you on Picket Fences.
I'm looking for
You!
Stentor?
Uh-oh.
Malakas! I'm here to help, you idiot.
Not after Megaris. Not after what you did.
King Archidamos of Sparta sent me to aid you in securing the region.
This is how much he trusts me. He put his faith in a fucking mercenary.
Kick this guy right off the fucking
The
edge.
gods are punishing me with your presence.
If I was your punishment, you'd already be dead.
Why have the king sent you?
Stentor, relax. I'm here as an ally to Sparta and to you. We've worked together once. We can do it again.
Your help in Megaris might have secured the region for Sparta, but I lost more than I gained. I shouldn't have trusted you then, and why now?
Because it's not just about you, asshole.
I'm here on business. What's going on?
Everything is
Yeah,
fine.
it seemed like they
The
were
European
like.
rebels are a problem, but nothing we
I can
can't handle.
definitely agree that they tour nonstop and they were just
What is the Spartan army
doing
doing
their
in Boeotia?
thing,
We
man.
besieged Athens, but Cleon's
Kind of
power
like
and push
traveling
descent.
performers, like
Boeotia will weaken his
like a
position.
traveling circus almost.
The wolf was gone. I was needed. I couldn't abandon my men.
You should thank the gods that I've come to help you.
The only reason you're still alive is that writ you carry. You're not an ally, just a weapon.
Then put me to work.
I'll kill this
You're
dude.
not
Come
up
on,
to
give me
the
the
challenge.
opportunity to kill this
Try
guy.
me.
I'll kick him right off the cliff. Constant
There are
pain, yeah.
4 Viodian champions fighting for the Athenians. Aristeos, Deianira, Nesea, and Veragon. Think you can kill them? I'd like to see you try.
I told you we could work this out. All right then. I'll find these champions and put an end to them.
I doubt it will be as easy as you think.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
kick
I'm
this guy off
relieved
the
to
cliff
see you
either
can
way.
follow orders.
Where will I find these mighty Viotians?
I only know of 2. There are reports of Aristeos occupying the military fort of Gela. Nesea was last seen in the forest east of Thebes.
I thought the Viotians hated everyone. Why are they working with Athens?
They see both Sparta and Athens as enemies. But Athens got here first, and they agreed to a temporary alliance.
What's so great about these champions? They're just 4 people against the Spartan military.
Sparta has its army, and Viodia has its legends. They're a symbol of what this place used to be.
Yeah, I can't wait to finally get to that. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to get there, but
The
I
sooner
also
get
want to
this
do
done,
Assassin's
the
Creed
sooner we
Unity
take
and
Viotia for Sparta.
45,000 XP. Didn't quite get me to 64. Alright, well that's where we're gonna stop it for now, guys. Tried to get those underwater things, but we're all set up for the next stream of missions going forward. We're almost to level 64. We put in about 128 hours into this game. and we're still nowhere near the end, it seems. So, yeah, I will see. Oh, there's, yeah, Mantis, you showed up at the end, man. But we'll be back tomorrow, and then everybody look out for my Parasite review that should be coming maybe by the end of tonight, probably early tomorrow. So, thanks a lot, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye.